Everyone has models. Models that click with us because they are in your fiery line. You can see them walking ahead of you, passionate about the same things, the same goals. You recognize yourself in them as one of their little followers. Just like a teacher, a secondary school teacher the other day was telling a girl's mom, your girl is a kindred spirit. I can see her and I see myself in her the way I was when I was younger. We all have people like that. And you know that Saul, the one we know as Paul, as recorded in the Acts of Apostles, was one of the first Christians, but before that, he was a murderer. He was taught by one of the best Judaic teachers of the time, Gamaliel, and he was a passionate Pharisee, rigid in his beliefs. He wanted everybody to be like him, and he had just discovered that what he called a sect, one of these dissident groups that was the people of the way, that would be called Christians later. And he decided that must be eradicated. And he went about that task with a fierce passion. He was not satisfied with contributing and participating in the first martyr's death, Stephen, that was stoned to death. Saul was there, keeping people's belongings while they were stoning Stephen. And then after that, he was not satisfied with that. He just went to the Pharisees and said, give me letters. He went to all the administrative building and said, give me letters so that I bundled all these people into prison. So he traveled far and wide, gathering Christians, sending them to their death. And he thought he was right to do that. Until one day, God decided to put an end to the first part of his story. And we thank God that God often does that. If he really loves you, because he loves everyone, and he sees you going the wrong way, he allows you, he allows family, he allows circumstances, and if nothing works, then he can intervene, sometimes drastically, allowing somebody to die or someone to lose his job, or usually it's something very serious. And then you are jotted into realization and say, oh, I didn't know. That's what happened to Paul. He was on his way to Damascus to arrest more people. And then all of a sudden, there was that bright light that blinded him. He fell off his horse. And then he heard a voice saying, I am Jesus, who you have persecuted. He said, eh? And he took a Christian to gather boldness and go to pray for him according to God's request. And then after 3 days, Paul found his sight back, and right away he turned completely 360 degrees and started being a preacher for Jesus. And the rest of his life is written in the Bible, in the New Testament. The Acts of Apostles, the letters from Paul. We thank God that Paul didn't disobey God's voice. is now a model for us, and is the challenge. Will you follow him? Turn away from your wrong path and enjoy God's presence and zeal and passion forever.